Alright, warriors, I hope you're ready, because before venturing into the sunken shrine, it's time instead to have a makeover of sorts.
What?
Yes, I parked the airship. I let Dweebs, in his magnanimity, to park the airship in a specific place, so you can reach by foot a particular dungeon that will, you know, enrich you spiritually and physically.
Yep, my
Is Dweebs taking revenge on us?
Don't worry, guys. My parking skills are unparalleled. Just ignore that little hole in the side.
Yeah,
can you even
your piloting skills are just as great as your defense stat. Seriously, what the hell, man?
Yes, Jova, my parallel parking skills are also unrivaled. Again, out of all of us here, how many of us have a driving license?
I do.
I do.
I mean, legally I can't. Do you really think it's...
I don't.
Do you really think I should drive?
I just let my wife drive me everywhere.
Well, you'll be in the... Well, sure, you'll be in the air. There's nothing to crash into.
This is true. I'll drive the plane.
Oh, I see how you're getting at it, Pedro. Clever.
Does he get to pick the music?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking about cars. I don't know what you're thinking about, Joe. I don't know.
Oh, about how your wife drives you everywhere.
I need to remind you that you're literally fighting a T-Rex. Pay a bit more attention.
Teo, that's technically an Allosaurus. They're the same family, but they're not the same thing.
Remember, Teo, this is a turn-based RPG, so we can take our time anyway.
Literally. But
there's a difference. Teo, there's a difference between an Allosaurus and a T-Rex. Don't get me wrong, Allosauruses are awesome, but they are not quite as awesome as the majestic
But Jova, what about the Spinosaurus? He's totally the new boy in town.
I'm okay with having new dinosaurs. It's just that the Spinosaurus isn't even real. So whatever.
It's also, okay though, because his bones got shattered in Jurassic Park 4.
Yeah.
Also, Shirai, I spent a month viewing a particular type of, probably an American-made program called Mayday Air Disaster that talks about pretty much every single, you know, disaster that happens to airplanes in the history of mankind, in the 19th century. So, judging by how careless and sometimes clueless these pilots are, I'm pretty sure you have a fair shot.
Also,
I mean, it isn't uncommon to hear stories of drivers falling asleep at the fucking plane. So.
Also, game, you've got it all wrong. It's not sphinxes that are lions with scorpion tails. That's manticores.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's probably the problem with the bestiary of this game, because they're basically grouped under the same subgenre, and all the pilot swaps are called like that.
So for all we know, that may have actually been a T-Rex, but it was incorrectly named.
Potentially. There's also, for example, the monster that you faced previously in the desert, the Baretta, which is a mistranslation on the Bullet, one of the more powerful monsters of at least the first couple of editions on D&D. Once again, some of the names could not be taken literally, so we had to go around. Oh, that end.
It's like calling a lion, like it's like you couldn't come up with a more imaginative name for that monster.
Well, Steven Universe did that. So.
True.
Oh boy, worms. Wait, why are you calling these worms? Shouldn't you be calling them alive?
Although to be fair, that was Steven just kind of, you know, like
and he's also like a child, so.
I've seen other shows that don't have exactly those very imaginative names for their
characters. A war tiger.
In She-Ra, they call the bloody cat lady Catra. Get it? Because she's a cat beast.
You see, I think people who come up with these terms like were-tiger and were-hog don't understand what the were part of werewolf means. Were means man. So basically what this thing is called is a man-tiger.
Well, to be fair, okay,
it does stand up on 2 feet, so...
To be fair, I guess the idea is like a werewolf, you know, someone who is a were-tiger becomes a were-tiger through transformation, so technically the term works, since, you know, it is a man, albeit trapped in a tiger's body.
Also, Jova, you're right, because in the NES version, the Allosaurus was called, in all caps, Tyro, which is more similar to Tyrannosaurus.
Ha! Well, how about that?
while the were-tiger, get this, Pedro, the were-tiger was called the Catman.
Well, that's
So,
a better name if you
I'm
ask
pretty
me,
sure-
so I'm fine with
I'm
it.
pretty sure this new name is a bit better.
I don't know, I actually prefer that one, to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, doesn't Were-Tiger kind of get the point across better, whereas Catman suggests
Anyway, I made
It's
you
straight into the
heal.
point.
I made you heal with a cottage, so you're fully prepared, because now you're about to enter the Citadel of Trials.
Oh, boy.
You come bearing the crown, I see. The crown we took for us, by the way. Your fortitude cannot be questioned. Indeed not. Very well, I shall grant you the right to undergo the trials. Go now, sit upon the throne or something.
For the first trial, you must... For the
I
first...
will put to the test. If you put the courage dwells within you, you will find proof of it here.
Oh, let me guess. We have to go into a dungeon where we have to undertake some bullshit maze where we have to fight bosses that require float to kill.
Surprisingly, no. But the good news is that there is a prize. This test of courage will have a reward for you. A reward we will have to present to someone to have an even bigger prize.
Oh boy, prizes!
All right, that's just what we love to hear.
Anyway, this is a maze consisting of teleporters, so pick the right one.
Oh, so never mind. It's the first trial of Soliana then. It's just go for random portals until you find the exit. Okay.
No test of love, sorry.
Perhaps that trial was an homage.
No.
At least you're not gonna glitch through the floor here.
I can't
Also,
do
Jova's
it,
dead. So.
I can't do a good Lisa Ortiz.
Nothing that a good phoenix down his throat can fix.
Unless the plot decides to destroy that character's immunity.
I mean that's the problem when you have something like Phoenix Down in your story. You know, a character dying and then suddenly not being able to use it kind of takes away some of the drama.
Like I said, Dweebs, Final Fantasy V, I think, has the better compromise in the sense of that it actually has the characters actually trying to use the item, but the wounds inferred to the character in question are too deep. This is also reinforced by the fact that in the battle before, the character essentially sacrificed his entire being, and in gameplay this resulted in him still being alive despite his HP reaching to 0 and allowing to defeat the villain. He just crumbles afterward, and since he sustained so much damage, it overcomes even the normal healing.
Not to mention
good old Final Fantasy V's ever bleak story.
Jova, I argue it's actually one of the more lighthearted despite everything.
Not to mention, Dwebs, we will never get. We will never, unlike what the FAQ would have you believe, we will never have. If we want good gameplay, at least, we will never achieve 100% no dissonance between gameplay or story. There's always going to be, at the very least, some of it there.
Also, too, it's funny you mentioned that because, honestly, from what I hear, a lot of people regard Final Fantasy V as one of the more wonkier stories. Not necessarily bad, but definitely one of the more... Well, people seem to find that one of the more darker and bleaker stories.
I argue 6 is one of the more darker of the entire franchise.
That's ironic because most people actually really like 6's story as what they consider the more uplifting message.
Here's the thing, Jova. If you want to just talk about the elements present in the plot, I guess you can make an... Rat's Tale!
Here's your prize, Warriors, a Rat's Tale.
Enjoy. And this is the point where I give up because, guys, when it comes to this game, I don't give a rat's ass.
Of Valorant Unfortunately, before exiting the dungeon, you have to face a dragon zombie. Don't worry, Warriors. This being an undead, you can easily dispatch him with both white magic and fire spell.
So, Mr. P.
Yes.
Why not? You're a black mage, aren't you? Why not just blow the dinosaur up immediately?
I just did, actually.
I meant immediately, not like wait for us to take it down.
But this is a turn-based battle system. I have to wait for my turn.
Come on, Glibs, there are rules to this. Besides, also, I managed to pocket 999 gil off of that dragon zombie.
Oh boy, great!
Who knew he was packed with money?
But Jova, we're in the middle of an economic crisis. That 999 gil is only going to get us a slice of bread at most.
Anyway, reaching
We're currently drowning in
near the Citadel of
right
Trials, you will find this set of islands which contain a set of underground caves. So, it's time to go a bit of spelunking. Don't worry, we're not really that deep. It's like 1-2 floor stops, and you don't really have random encounters because these are the place. Well, first of all, you find one of the optional dungeons here.
Jova managing the money
he's
for the
surrounding
whole
the door.
party
He's
anyway.
gone. But now that our prince has become king, no one is likely to enter anytime soon.
Also, I'm on fire! Help!
Good job guarding that
Conventions not
link.
mentioned.
Ow!
But yeah, no, that's the thing, Jova. If you want to talk about the elements that are technically present in the plot, I guess the problem is the game treats those concepts with such levity that they might as well not be there. You know.
Anyway, these are the Dragon Caves where Sentient Dragon lives. They're there to give you a bit more of exposition dump, and they will also hint at you what you're supposed to do. But thankfully, thanks to my intervention and you going to the Citadel of Trials, we did some minor sequence breaking, so we already need what we may need.
Thank you
It
ever
is
so
a rare
much, Red
thing to have
Devils.
humans visit out here. If you are valiant warriors, you should speak with Bahamut, our king.
Bahamut.
I don't know, I heard he's a bit of a shifty fellow.
Yeah, I don't see him being a mainstay of this franchise.
That's the thing. The loyalty or alignment of Bahamut across the franchise is all over the places.
Yeah.
He passes from a wise figure to a sadistic villain to a mindless beast in rotation, basically.
Also, guys, not for nothing, but having me only fly for like 2 seconds is kind of wasting our fuel.
Don't worry, we have infinite of it.
Yeah, it's an ancient airship.
Dwibs, we literally run on air. The air is infinite.
Yes, just like I'm sure that Aerith girl is infinite.
Well,
I
she
traveled-
may be
Because this is what it takes to be
traveled to a,
infinite.
I
Well-
travel. You see, guys. As a monk, I have different powers than you guys. I can even travel to different dimensions.
Well, hey, maybe she'll be infinite in that remake I hear about.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got confused. I thought I was going to the. But that one time I went to the 7 universe, I thought I went to the remake dimension, but I got my wires crossed. I ended up in the compilation dimension.
But that.
Oh, wait, you became Tifa.
Yeah, Tifa's a monk, so.
Unfortunately, while I can go to other dimensions as my current self, unfortunately I cannot interact with anything except the ground I walk on.
Okay.
So I was unfortunately just a bystander.
Back to your earlier point, though. Like, what are you talking about? I forgot this quest. I've saved your asses for like a good number of times at this point. So.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just like you saved me from being poisoned and paralyzed all those times.
Well, actually, no. Shira is the one who's in charge of healing, so not me.
She sure takes a sweet ass time.
Well, don't address that to me then. Address it to her.
There's a downtime to this, and stop dying, maybe.
Also, it's called a cooldown period.
So that's your defense for.
Yes, stop dying.
So your defense to not doing your job is get good.
She has a point.
I was trying to be nice about it, but
enter northwest to the Citadel of Trials. There he must test his mettle by claiming a token of courage from within.
I've got a rat tail. Maybe that can help.
Okay, let's split this guy open and take
the form of a
courage
token of courage takes changes with the times. Do not let its appearance deceive you. There you go.
Maybe
because
this
it's a rat tail doesn't mean it doesn't have value.
Guys, I think there's a secret use to this rat tail.
There is a moral behind this.
Well, that's the idea. Like, I mean, if owls and cigarettes can do the kind of shit they do in Metal Gear, then yeah, I guess a rat's tail can potentially be what saves this world.
Alright, Warriors, you're about to speak with the King of the Dragons, Bahamut. Please pay your respect. And mind your tongue.
Thank you for being an immense, wonderful summon.
Dragon King looks within to measure a person's true courage.
Okay, Jova, you go.
Alright.
True courage, eh?
Long has it been since man of courage stood before me.
So,
I am a warrior of the highest degree.
Your bravery would seem worthy of consideration.
So
You wanna look, Bahamut. You wanna talk courage? I platinum all free Final Fantasy 14 games. So don't come at me with your courage bullshit.
It's a fitting token of courage and strength.
Shut up, I'm talking.
So be it. I shall honor you with titles befitting your valor.
Damn straight.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
You feel your scenes crawling onto your back.
Oh, I feel so tingly all of a sudden.
Sins aren't supposed to feel tingly.
What
With the power of the Dragon King, congratulations, warrior! All of you are officially promoted.
Yay!
Oh my god, sure, I took her hood off!
Here's what it entails. Jova becomes the knight. Now he can use a bunch of white magic on his own, low-level spells. Shiro and PPP become instead wizards, which allows him to use, high-tier spell, and Dweebs become a master, which has a bit of better stats.
Oh yes, I'm the master now. Now you got to do what I say.
Well, in general, it's recommended for you to do this as soon as you can, because basically it boosts both your overall stat and the stat grow that you gain with levels.
In fact, I'm going to give my first order now, Jova. As from now on, you will be the ship's pilot.
Well, you know what? Just for the sake of it, I will go ahead and drive the ship for our safety.
Well,
like I just said, you're the ship's pilot now.
I'm not listening to you.
You should know that I can now wield magic, so I'm not listening to you either.
We'll see.
You're not listening to me, even though you're doing what I said.
We'll see the result in the next part, where you actually will have to venture to the sunken shrine. See ya.
See ya.